Hey folks, Quilly18 here and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress! We are in midwinter of the year 54, and we are currently trying to get some magma smelters up so we can dramatically ramp up our military goods production, basically. Imposed a ban. I'm expecting she doesn't want us to export any spears. That's fine, we're not planning on doing that currently. This bridge is retracted. Excellent. Let's go and set up our little cage thing. So I go build cage, and for this, I will want to set, I might want to manually pick it. Interesting, I can force it to be empty only, but I actually want full only. I think I probably have to go and hide the planner and do some manual picking here. Okay, and that's what we'll do. Keep building after placement. Select material after placement, that's fine. Oh, wait. Building present. I can't install a cage underneath a bridge? All that work, dang it. But I think I can stockpile. No. Dump, maybe? I mean, admittedly, it's been a long time since I made a Dwarven Atom Smasher. And also, I suppose, conceivably, something may have changed between now. Okay, I can designate a garbage dump here. Now, what I'm concerned about... So we have a goblin cage here. If I order this to be dumped, is the thief, are they just going to grab the cage? I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do this. Let's bring our military, and yes, all of them, over to here. Nope, the goblin's still in there. Okay, so that's how we do it. All right, military, stand down. That's fine. So, oh, do I have to close it first? Do the other one? Okay. Right click to dismiss. Click on the next one. Goblin. Hedgehog Man. None of these are tameable. Listen, it's humane. It's dwarf main. Okay, the monkey we can keep because we can just butcher you. I mean, it's either that or you can die in combat. Either way is going, and at least this way is absolutely instant. I did over-design the bridge, but that's fine. Oh, we do have some more random shite marked as dump. Oh, all the old clothes. Actually, that's fine. Because, I mean, we could also just try to sell all the tattered stuff, but it'd be worth virtually nothing. This lets us eliminate things that have been stacking up for a while. And might theoretically be lowering our FPS. So we'll let this run for a little bit. It's interesting that they've like spaced out the placement of this stuff. And what I might want to do, just to make sure that no dwarf comes here to drop off another like dirty sock while we pull the switch, is temporarily go, I can suspend it. I was gonna say remove it and then replace it later, but if I suspend it, no one will use this for dumping right now. And this is all still forbidden, so no one's going to come and grab this stuff. So someone can come pull this lever, and it should just smash all this. We will lose the cages, which is a shame, but not a big deal. Splat. And then pull the lever. And then what I'll do is I'll unsuspend the zone, so people can constantly drop off clothes or whatever as it comes up. There it is. Zone, unsuspend, and then every now and again we can go and pull the lever when we want to get rid of things. Excellent! And maybe we can tell a noble to go stand there if they're driving me crazy for some reason. Beautiful. How are we doing down here? Still... Oh, it's no longer suspended, so the blocks must be made. They're just waiting to be delivered. Perfect. All our Gabbro blocks. That's going to get fabricated down here. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, now I probably don't need this at all, because I'm thinking we're going to get rid of all these furnaces. I might keep these wood furnaces here, because the logs are going to be near the surface. But otherwise, I'm going to move my entire furnace industry down below. Nothing else, we're going to have to free up these anvils. Okay, keep those. This magnetite stockpile we don't need. Yeah. The melting stockpile we don't need because we're going to move down below. The random other metal ore. Metal bars. No, I think that's going to get moved downstairs as well. The raw coal. Nope. Processed coal, I mean, theoretically from here, but we'll probably just let them carry it downstairs. Well, unless we set up a take. No, I want to remove this. So we'll have a little stockpile for a little bit of wood. Some of it's going to the catch-all as well, which may or may not be what we want, actually. Yeah, the catch-all stockpile is just full of wood. How about I make a change here? This is our wood stockpile. Let me embiggen this one. Like, quite a bit. Our carpenter needs access to it, and then the wood furnaces, and that's basically all. But then what I can do for the catch-all is if I remove the wood from it, it'll guarantee space for other things, and that's really what we want. What do you want there, Mare? You want a shield. And a spear. Steel spear still in there, which is good. Wooden shield. Theoretically might be getting auto-made on demand, but we'll make sure to force one to be made, and that's going to be okay. So things are going to get shuffled around over here, and I think that's going to be quite good. Okay, so if we go back down to the basement, these have all been installed. Lovely. We're going to probably do the thing where, I was going to say where we queue up armor and weapons to different things. We might not need to worry about that. But over here with the stockpiles, let's set up a large area over here. We could, again, do we preferentially do magnetite, or do I just set up a generic metal ores thing? If it's big enough, it might be fine. So it's for stone, but specifically, I guess it's for metal ores. And then we'll set up a thinner one over here, which is just going to be for our flux stone. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll just allow all economic ores. Yeah, that's actually probably okay. In which case, let me repaint this to be a little bit wider. This will include if we get any coal or anything like that. Well, these are going to be bars and blocks. They really don't need a lot of space. So we could actually potentially leave more room for other things. But what I'm going to do is set up a little 6-1 over here, which is just going to be for coal. And then another one back here, which is going to be for bars, any metal bars and blocks. And those are going to go in bins, so yeah, they'll be quite roomy. Oh, the stone stockpile over here. 3 wheelbarrows. And another 3 over here, just give it plenty of capacity. And then I guess what I'm going to want is the armor, the weapons, and then the new Melt Me stockpile, which is both for weapons and armor. Oh, I guess I got to do these one at a time. This is going to be only metal. Yeah, like this. And then for weapons, same thing. Turn everything on. Turn off anything that's not metal. And then right now, it's just going to be standard and well-crafted. We're going to accept from here. And we're going to say you are going to take from weapons and you're going to take from armor. So anything that's lower quality and meltable is going to be moved over here. And then we've still got a little bit of space to play with in case I need to embiggen any particular thing going on. All right, so our haulers should stay busy. I think we've got enough wheelbarrows kicking around. I don't know if there's a good way for us to check. I mean, visually they'll show up in the stockpile at some point unless they're being used, so it may or may not be clear, unfortunately. And yet jobs should start to get auto-queued. There you go, the door, the spear. Interestingly enough, there's no melting jobs just suddenly showing up. So I was kind of expecting. Could be that we just have like tons of stuff going on. If we check the magnetite, it's because we have a bunch of iron bars. If we check the steel, so pig iron first. Yeah, we have tons of pig iron bars and steel. We have tons of steel bars. So yeah, no smelting is actually kicking in right now. Once some things, this stockpile. Well, what I might do is wait for some things to be delivered into it. Right now it's just a bin. Because I'll turn on the auto melting designation once we know for sure that it's working okay. So yeah, a bunch of things are going to have to get hauled down here. That's fine. I mean, the rocks are certainly going to take a while, but that's going to have to be okay. Right, so our bedrooms. Ooh, let me ask for some smoothing over here, please. Actually, let's smooth all these hallways and everything now, too. Yeah, why not? Oops. Quick fort, my bedroom block, build, clicky, clicky. I'll just let that get started. 136 dwarves, no one unhappy. I don't know how that's happening, but I'll take it. We had enough anvils to finish the job on everything here, which is great. Oh, what I might do with these, just to prevent them from getting stuck, is I think I do like the idea of setting their work order limit to just 2 at most, just because it'll ensure things get spread out between things. I don't know how they would do things otherwise, but this means there's always like the one active job and then the next one ready to go. Seems to me like a good default for these bulk kind of things like this. And then the glass furnace, glass furnace and the kiln can be okay. So it's interesting. The glass furnace has got an automatically sets up the collect sand job. We don't have a sand zone set up. Sandy loam. I wonder, can you gather sand from this? No. I don't know that we have sand on this map. Well, that's not the end of the world. If we wanted a glass industry, we could just import some. So at some point, all these pebbles need to be moved downstairs, which will also give us more room for the wood, which will clear up the catch-all and generally improve our situation. All right, saw a little bit of wheelbarrow action there. Well, they're moving fairly quickly. Moving dolomite down here, which I was going to say is a flux stone, because you can use it to make pig iron. So that's economic stone, for example. And economic stone would also include the coal and lignite, but we know we don't have any of that on our map. Masterwork has been lost. Oh, that's probably when we smashed here. But it was like the worn out thing, so I'm not concerned about that. That's almost certainly what it was. The other thing we could have done is, since we have access to the magma sea, we could set up a dumping stockpile to fling things into the magma. But most of their stuff is near the surface, so hauling everything downstairs, like all the cages and stuff, would be a bit annoying. We'd also want to make sure we did like a dumping tunnel that was like maybe like 10 Z levels tall, just to make sure the magma mist doesn't flow up the chimney and then burn our dwarves. So what's interesting about somehow magically, whether it's a good thing or not, I don't know, but we missed all the cavern layers. So we could do some exploratory things to poke at the cavern layers. That would give us much better farming, underground trees, probably underground water sources, all of which are very good. On the other hand, right now we don't actually have to worry about forgotten beasts, I think, because I don't think they show up on the surface. I think they always only ever show up in the caverns. Now, forgotten beasts are kind of fun to deal with, but this being a continuation of our pocket world with our dwarves wanting to go and conquer the world, maybe it's better that it worked out that we can just focus on what's on the surface. You want a millstone? Okay. You know, this could be our first map where we actually play with power here. Do we have querns set up? No, we never did that, and I should. I don't remember if I ever built them. Sorry, I'm trying to close my military screen. There we go. Build, workshop, farming, quern. What was that sound? Oh, it's a baby being born. So we'll queue it up. No, we must have one. Okay. We might have had a specific order, or maybe the last time the millstone came up, I was like, hey, I should make sure to order up a quern. Querns and millstones are exactly the same. They're both millstones. The querns are run manually, and the millstones are done via power. So here we can go ahead and mill plants into slurries and things like that. We might want to set up some sort of automated task for it. For now, I'll just leave it there, content that it exists, and we can put in some orders as we need it somewhere down the road. Thank you for autosave. And yeah, theoretically, we've actually got prepared meals down here, so people don't have to go up to the surface anymore, which is good. Theoretically, we're preparing meals very quickly as well and trying to keep pace. I mean, we're having to catch up with things. Ooh, Snatchers. Yeah, they are legit 3 of them. And, well, they got spooked. They probably saw our military dwarves over here doing their training. But they would have been captured anyway. It's interesting no one's grabbing these cages. Hang on, are the cages themselves forbidden? Why were the cages forbidden? Did they default that way? For like hostile things? Maybe because like, oh, if it's bad guys, maybe there's a siege? I don't know. That's interesting. Oh, these monkeys here. We can go... Is it not on this screen? Everything's set to 0. If you're semi-tamed... Oh, that's a rhesus macaque. Man! That's what's going on here. Oh, and this one's a pet. I think for this, I need to go cages, hide planner, click. Install, and then I can release you. Right? That's for this one here. I've got a name. You're semi-whatever. Do I just click and then someone will let you out? Can I click on you? You're semi-wild. Oh, that's pet thing. Let's keep you trained? Unless I need to do that before I release you. Well, you've been released. Oh, you're injured and sickly. Oh, that's sad. Okay, let me remove you from this cage. Maybe you dodged into it weirdly, or maybe your semi-wild status means you were vulnerable for being caged. Oh, there is sand over there. There's red sand, red sand. Now, I believe with sand, it never gets consumed. So we can make a little 1x1 zone over here, and we have access to infinite amounts of sand for our glass generation. And we may as well let it be running. That's going to be okay. No gaps in our floor, right? There's nothing weird that happened with any trees that opened up a new gap. We're still good there? I think so. Okay, training is going. How's our equipment? So this is still waiting on some amount of leather. I guess we can't mouse over here to see what it is. Leather mittens, leather hoods, leather tunics. All of which should be in the queue. Leather hood, leather tunic. So we've got them, but someone's waiting for them. Maybe they having hit the update, they'll get in there. Theoretically, our leather goods are being constantly produced now. And our squads are going to go. Now, down here... Let's order a bulk group of our armor. Again, what I think I'm going to do next time is I'm going to go into kind of an empty fortress and set up a one-time job for steel, you know, all the steel things. I don't even know if the steel helm is part of it. Mail shirts, steel gauntlets, steel high boots. I could put in the order for steel breastplates. We're not using them yet because I'm waiting for us to develop more armor skill. I guess I could put in, again, the order for steel greaves, but we're not using those right now either. Let me hold off. Actually, I'm going to cancel the breastplate. These others, I'm not sure if they wear the helm, but the mail shirts, gauntlets, and high boots, maybe the helm as well, they're wearing even on the light armor comp. I mean, I guess I can take a look real quick. Steel helm, steel gauntlets, steel high boots, steel mail shirt. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we'll put in the group order for 10, which A, will help maybe accelerate filling in these particular squads, although we're still waiting partially on the leather, but also will bring us closer to just being ready to equip the next one. And if I go export, does it just, I think it exports the entire list, which is a little overkill. You can see this giant order for leather robes over here. This is from the tailoring mod. So this is tons of people were looking for more leather clothing. This might be one of the reasons our leather armor is being delayed so much, is because we had a huge job asked for here, which A, kept the leather worker busy. And I think we only got the one. I think, okay, if we had more cloth, I think the tailoring plugin for DF Hack, it will prefer using cloth. We must have just not had enough, so it was using leather. You know what I might do here? I'm going to cancel the rest of this leather robe job. Then maybe some things will recycle here. But yeah, trade caravans, we're going to be... We haven't bought cloth the last couple of times, but cloth and leather will probably try to be buying out all those bins when we can. So we got lots of extra workshop space. We're making more charcoal. I'm actually wondering about more wood furnaces because we don't have... wood burners in here? Wood furnaces? Yeah. We don't have... our own source of... Let me make a bunch of this. We don't have our own source of coal. So we're trying to order some in, but I think we are really going to be quite limited on this. Then maybe, okay, if I'm making so much in bulk here, let me make a stockpile here for bars of coal. Cold surface. And then down below... Yeah, there we go. Coal for forges. You're going to do this, and you're going to take... Oh, can't hit my F keys. Because it still had the typing mode on. Okay, over here. You're going to take... Yeah, take from this. There you go. So we will set that flow up. The next thing I want to do is check my wood burners. Do I want to add more dedicated people to it, or do I want to change this so everyone does it? I think the dedicated people kind of make sense. Weaponsmithing. How good are you there, Erebus? You're confident. But it doesn't look like we're going to need to use you. So, that's 7. We technically have 8 of these, but that's going to be okay. I suspect, yeah, you can see they're all queued up everywhere. I think we really need quite a lot of charcoal production going on. So I think we're going to be happy to have this going on in bulk. Oh, but for having access to coal or lignite or something. That's all right. All right, things are still going to get shuffled because, I mean, things have to be moved down below. See the wheelbarrows being moved. Hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully we have enough. And yeah, this wood will eventually get moved there once this gets cleared out. What I could do is down below is I could ask for a bulk job of like smelt a ton of magnetite and tetrahedrite just to keep processing it. Although really what we're waiting for is this to be hauled down to the bottom. Actually, maybe it's really good that currently there's no smelting going on because the smelting people don't use wheelbarrows. So they would walk up all the way to the top, grab a heavy rock, and then so slowly move it all the way down. By not having any of these jobs operating. Oh no, this is with bars. Yeah, no, I'm right. These are the smelters. They're the ones that grab the boulders. And instead what's going to happen is it's going to give time for haulers to come down here and move things with wheelbarrows. And I mean, we do have some of the ore-bearing stone, but, you know, we've got time to wait. We could do, we could decide to dump all the gabbro from out of here. Just to give some room. Oh, more migrants. Yeah, I'll have to remember to do this, the grazing setup. I wonder how many we were going to get. I think we were about 36 when it kicked in. 36 may have been after the first migrant actually showed up. So it might have been slightly less than that. 3 more spears. All right. And I'm assuming we're getting some high quality spears. I think that despite the fact that it's spears do less damage than slashing weapons, but they do pierce armor exceptionally well. Maybe we do just kid ourselves out completely with spears. I mean, and the queen loves it. I guess one of the questions might be, hey, how many high-quality spears do we have sitting around? And the answer appears to be some amount. Oh, I need to get rid of these armor and weapon stockpiles. Or do I? Okay, I can leave these here near the surface, because if for any reason people take off their armor or whatever, we can leave it here. We clearly want a stockpile for it down below, because that's where it's going to get made, and then we don't have to go too far. But what I can do, this melt me, this is what we need to do. We need to say, you're also going to take from this armor and this weapon stockpile. So the low quality stuff will still get smelted. Finely crafted. I think finely crafted is on our smelting block, isn't it? No, finely crafted isn't. I think we're going to add that in. We want it to be at least superior quality for it to not get smelted down. Okay. We're going to be a little more strict. How skilled are our weapon makers and armor makers? Skilled and dabbling. Proficient. Well, I mean, this is going to be a way to keep them training, because we've got an order to keep around a certain number of pieces of armor. I mean, okay, maybe what I do... Maybe I do just keep a lot more of this stuff around. And do it more in bulk, including for the leather... Oop, I didn't mean to change the order necessarily, but I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe we go ahead and try to keep more. And you can make up to 5 a day if it's not satisfied. Which technically means we could keep up to 14 around. Maybe I'll change it to aim for 5. If we've got less than 5... Oh, which right now we don't. We've made more. If we have less than 5, make 5. That means if we had 4, we can make up to 5 and end up at 9. I think that's possibly okay. We got a bigger fortress. More of this stuff is being turned over right now. This we actually want to say 10. It makes them in pairs. Might be less critical, but is fine. Okay, that's all of them. Less than 5, make up to 5. Short swords, I don't know. Maybe we don't end up doing the short swords. But I'll put it in anyway. If less than 5, make 5. Less than 5, make 5. So maybe we go ahead and add the breastplate and greaves. And just be ready. Breastplate. Steel greaves. Done. 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 And done. Okay. Get that started. Oh, nothing in there. Nothing in there. A bunch of old messages. Let's purge all the messages and see what kind of stuff comes up. Getting spar messages. Okay, that's fine. Good way to practice. I wonder, out of our military, how's your armor skill coming along? Legendary Observer. That's interesting. Adequate armor user. If I look at Dwarf Fortress, I don't know what the skill names are. Skill level names. Adequate is level 2. Okay. We want to see at least proficient. In my opinion, before we start wearing heavy armor. Otherwise, they're going to move a little too slow. Need more tanned hides. We should get a human caravan, though, in just a few weeks. And I think we started asking for leather from them. And in theory, we have lots of valuable trade goods now. Because we are... we're encrusting mugs. So this is gems. This is all the mugs. And... are they being encrusted? You take from anywhere. Once the encrusting finishes, shouldn't it go there? Are we lacking people assigned? Did I never set up the drill? Okay, gem cutters. We'll make sure we have a couple people on that, and then gem setters. We'll have a couple of people on that too, even if you're not great. I mean, there's a cut gem job over here, so someone should be coming. Zombie or the box? Zombie's eating. There you go. You're cutting gems. Okay. Why are you way down at the bottom? Did you just deliver something over here? Because there shouldn't be any gems down there. I mean, maybe we exposed some while mining, but theoretically a hauler should have just brought all that stuff up here. Why were you all the way down there? Maybe I hadn't assigned the box to the gem cutting job yet. Or not exclusively. So they may have just been doing random hauling jobs. Now what we want people to do is we want to focus that this is happening all the time. In fact, part of me wonders about just doubling up on this particular role. All right, you're having a drink. That's fine. You're allowed. You're a dwarf. It's my mess. Is that what you're saying? No job. Someone else probably took over the cutting. Oh, yeah. Someone was there. There you go. Zombie Roger is here. Doing the cutting. And theoretically, I mean, they're a lot better, so we theoretically want more of that happening. Okay, many gems happening. And that should lead to a re-enqueuing of the encrusting. After workshop, the mugs. Stoneworkers. Anyway, I'm going to go and remove this. I'm going to put another jeweler's workshop in there. Because really the cutters and the setters are competing with one another. I might still leave them non-specific. They can just still accept whatever. But this way there will be two. Even if both of them are cutting at the same time, it's hardly the end of the world. Or setting at the same time, that's fine too. They're gonna have to cycle back and forth by virtue of there's only so much material to go around. The important thing will be to set this the same. So it's going to be the take from new mugs and gems. Because I don't want it encrusting any random finished goods, I only want it encrusting gems. Or mugs, because that's what we do. Ranulf is in a fey mood. Alright. That's done. Claim the Leatherworks. There you go. Alright. So they're back to work. Unfortunately, not all our workshops don't all match now, because some of these are made out of gabbro, and some of these are made out of the rock salt, but so be it. guess I could have set a stricter filter when I was building these. I still could. I could tear these down and rebuild them and force them to make them out of rock blocks. Or rock salt blocks. Oh, the cut, I'm just realizing, the cut and encrust are both set to probably just 1 day right now, which means it's not splitting it between the two. Now, I could make them be specific, but what I'm going to do here is if I just set this... Actually, I'm going to set this to 4. And the cut gem... Oh, the cut gem is set to 5. But it should happen now. The cut theoretically was still getting spread between the two, but now the encrust should as well. Yeah, so we've got a cut on both. And I saw the encrust come in there. Okay, that should make sure they're both working properly. Okay, well, we're going to probably put a cut in here. Ooh, more steel bars are being requested. Nice. And then I didn't set the auto smelt on this yet. So yeah, there we go. Bunch of lower quality things. And yeah, we're allowing up to the plus now. So we've got the blank, the minus, the plus, the base 3 levels of things. So I'm going to set this to auto smelt, and what should happen here in a second, what we'll see, there it is. DF hack will automatically click all these buttons for me. These things will all be smelted down, which actually will reduce the amount of steel bars that have to be produced, because we will instead be melting down the metal objects, getting the steel bars out of that. I've been playing a lot of Mechabellum, an excellent game that I enjoy very much, and there's a unit called Steel Balls. They're really good at burning down like the big heavy mech boss units. So I think that's why my brain keeps going there. All right, so yeah, this should keep going. We're going to keep like practicing, recycling, resmelting down until we get to something that's at least, I think, superior quality. Wow, our dwarves are so freaking happy. No whisk generator, nothing like that. You know what? Right before I end this, I am going to go and just... bedroom build... Blanc. Oh, and I'm also going to go and set the grazing here. Grazers only. Show me the roaming ones. There you go. Get them all assigned over here. Folks, thanks for watching another episode. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.